everyone, it's Cindy with Cindy's Creations, here to show you another idea that you could use for your crafting and do some embellishments on just about anything. But I wanted to come and show you. You may have already known how to do this, but it just was brought to my attention to maybe show it again. All I'm using is packing tape. You don't have to use the expensive kind. This is just 4 packs that I got somewhere. It's packaging tape, duct tape, but it really wasn't expensive like the 3M kind. So you can really use any tape that you want. Now I have a piece of parchment paper down here because I'm using water, and it's got to be a warm water, not hot, because you got to put your fingers in it, but warm as you can handle. And all I'm doing is taking some pages from a magazine, just any magazine, anything that gets you excited about, or you watch it, look at it. And this is a piece of magazine paper, obviously, and it's just some florals, so you can use anything you want. But I just saw that I already torn some of my tape off. We're gonna apply, whoops, hoping to apply the tape onto the piece of paper, just like that. Okay, so it's your paper, and here's your tape. Now we're going to put it in the water, and you're going to watch the paper come off, but the image is going to stay on the tape, which is kind of exciting. So I do hope that this works. Again, we're just going to put it in the water here, get it really dunked in there. I call it dunking, but you know, you can call it what you like. But got to get it really, get it wet and get it soaked in here. And then we're going to, the paper is going to come off. But the image is going to stick to the tape. I don't know if you ever tried this before, but I think it's kind of neat. You could add it to bookmarks. You can add it to a lot of different kind of things. My tape's getting stuck to my bowl here. So let me try to get this off of here. I'm not remember how long it takes for it to work, but you'll be able to take the paper off, but the image is going to stay on the tape. It looks like it's starting to, so let's just make sure it gets wet enough on here. I know maybe you're boring to watch, you're trying to get the paper off of the tape, but actually it's really pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get this, really make sure it's wet on here. But you should be able to rub it off once it's wet enough. Okay, so here we got on here. Let's move my water over here a little bit. Turn it upside down on your parchment paper, and you should be able to start pulling the image of the paper off the backing on here. And the actual image is going to stick to your tape. And now from there, you can take and apply it to anything of your choice. I like to put these on bookmarks. I just think it's a cool image to do. I'm just going to get it a little more wet because it is coming off. The paper, extra paper is coming off. But you got to get it wet enough to be able to tear it off. That's what I'm trying to do down here, as you can see. Hope you can see. I'm trying to get the paper off. A little bit more wet, so we can tear the paper off and leave the image on here. You can already see parts of it over here. The image is stained, but the paper needs to come off. Let me get a little bit more wet and rub a little bit more. You don't want to really use your nails, but just use your finger, how it's coming off here. But the image is staying on the tape. Let me know in the comments if you ever seen this before. I probably should put another piece in here while we're working on this one, so it can get started. So let me find, I just cut a few pieces out. Like I said, it's just a magazine that I used the image from. Let's just put this on here. Okay, so I have this on the tape, as you can see. Let's go ahead and get this in the water while we're working on the other one, and let that have time to soak. And we'll go back to working on this one. You gotta have a little patience to do this, but if you just take your finger, you see how it's coming off? Just rub it off. Excuse me. Now this is kind of a dark with the green and stuff, but you'll see the pink kind of showing through here in a minute. But we'll leave that in the water. You really have to soak it a little bit. Make sure it gets down in there. And you'll see the image just showing on the tape. It's coming off, as you can see. I'm just taking my finger and rolling it around and taking it off. But use these on your crafting, your journaling. You could use it on a lot of things just to enhance or embellish your craft that you're working on. But it is coming off, as you can see right here in front of me. It just takes a minute or two to make sure it's wet enough that you can take your finger and roll the paint off, because you don't want to use a nail or a sharp object, because you want the actual image to stay on the paper, on the tape. I mean, because I'm feeling this just to make sure I have all the excess paper coming off of here, and it's coming off. Just gotta roll your fingers in it, and it's coming. Just go through a magazine that you have. I'm not sure if it works with newspaper. I think it would, because it's still, you know, paper. And if there's an image on the newspaper or print, you should be able to do this. But I've found that magazines are the best things to use on here. Okay. Just gonna dab it a little bit. Make sure I get that off of there. This may be too green to really show, but it does show the image on here. But there's no paper on the back. It's stuck. Your image has stuck to the tape. Very interesting, I think, way to do things. But yeah, I've got all the paper off. It's just the image is stuck on here. So that's one. Put that aside. I'll real quick go to this one and see if we have enough, if this is wet enough to take off. So I get that, this one. And I think it's going to work. Like I said, you want to use a magazine paper. It seems like it takes it off better. It leaves the image on your tape. I may have to leave this a little bit longer, but it's coming. As you can see. Anyway, I hope this encourages you to think out of the box and do some different kind of crafting. Unless you've already tried this before, but maybe new to some people. And it's coming off, as you can see. The image is staying on there. It is a little messy, so be prepared for water to be on your table, or that's why I put some parchment paper down. But it's coming off. You just got to rub a little bit for it to come off. This is working a little better than the other one, but maybe because it's a little lighter and different colors in here that it's working. I'll show you here 1 minute or so. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to try this. And just use your image now that's on the tape on another project. Adhere it to it. You can, once it's dry, you can Mod Podge it on. Would be wonderful. But it is coming off. I guess that you just got to have your little patience to kind of pull it off with your fingers. I mean, you could use any type of colorful print from a magazine, flowers, objects. I think this one is working quite well. The other one I think is too dark with the greens, but that's entirely up to you what you want to use. I'm pretty much got this all off of here. A little bit down here. Yes, I think it's going to work on this one really well. Okay, I'm just going to dab it to get the water off so I can hold it up for you. Okay, so you can see, you may not be able to see that way. I'm looking for a piece of paper or something I can hold on behind it. There was some cardboard. So let me kind of put it on some cardboard and see if it shows any better. Yep, there you go. So the image is now on the tape. There's no paper anymore. As you can see, I took it off. So now the image is just on. Didn't want to do that on the tape. So I hope this inspires you to create and do something different. I'll put this one back over here. But it is just the image that's on the tape. That's kind of crooked. That's okay. I'm just here to show you some inspiration. So now take these once they're dry and adhere them to your craft that you're working on, just to embellish it a little more. Hope I inspired you today. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a like and a follow. And if you have questions, leave it in the comments. I will get back to you. This is Cindy with Cindy's Creations. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.